QU.
This podcast is dedicated to all those people that have tried to navigate those dark places but are no longer with us. I've had 6 dads, and 2 of them took their own lives. My goal is to inspire 1 million people to eat better, drink better, sleep better, work out better, and think better. Double nickels plus 2, bitch. I hope videos like this inspire you, motivate you, educate you, and maybe even transform you. You are enough. And the world is a better place with you in it. And it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Don't settle for mediocrity. Strive for extraordinary, because you deserve nothing less. Yeah! And just remember, you don't have to go through this alone. There's help out there. If you're having a hard day, just put a 1 in the comments. No explanation needed. No story required. We'll just know. Just remember, you never know what someone's going through. And in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Especially to yourself. And remember, when those dark moments reappear, tell yourself, QU. Yeah!
QU.
Yeah! Welcome to the QU podcast. QU. Sounds like screw you, right? Well, good. That's exactly what you're telling the darkness in that moment. And then you're going to follow that up with, yeah! It works. My goal is to inspire at least 1 million people to eat better, drink better, sleep better, work out better, and think better. I have a degree in interdisciplinary studies, which means for over 34 years I've been teaching health, nutrition, exercise science, and physical education while coaching college basketball and college tennis during that span. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope that it resonates with you in some way and that I can offer you, as a bridge and a vessel, some form of inspiration, motivation, education, and or transformation. QU also means it's a cue to you, your cue to yourself, to put that darkness, that sadness, that anxiety, or anything else that is preventing you from being the best version of yourself today up on that shelf right there. And it's not toxic positivity. It is not a solution. It's a temporary stay. It is a timeout, just like the space bar on your keyboard, so that you can take a deep breath and try and find a more harmonious place. Because it's not just about having a hard day. You could just be having a hard moment. And you need something to short circuit that moment to help snap you out of it when no one else is around. And hence the creation of QU. Yeah. Welcome to this episode of the QU podcast. The 1 ball. The beginning. The genesis of it all. Now, the number 1 ball on a pool table is solid. It's yellow. And that is the theme around this second episode. So the number 1 ball is yellow. So what do I think of when I think of solid yellow? I think of a yellow light and the decision that you have to make when you're seeing that yellow light, especially when you're a young driver versus when you're a more seasoned vet, and what the number 1 represents for me. What does it represent for you? Or for some of you, it could be a squishy butter that comes to mind, or the Savannah Bananas right down there. Shout out to them, they're amazing. What a story. Yes, yellow does mean energy, the sun, but it also means clarity. You have to find something that you connect with. So yellow could be argued is the most visible color to the human eye, but it also means slow down. To start the game of pool, you have to hold the stick properly. You're lining things up, and you're supposed to hit the 1 ball first, because then there's a ripple effect after the 1 hits all the other balls, and then they scatter all over the place. Now, when I just described that, what comes to mind? You're not focused on any of the other balls, because you are literally living in the moment when you first hit that white ball, which seems insignificant, the cue ball, but it's the catalyst. Nothing else happens before you, the white ball, is planned. So from the moment you wake up, I start by making my bed in the morning. Then I do my lemon juice. 30 minutes later, I do my celery juice. Now this has profoundly changed my gut health. If I haven't shared with you already, I love these big squishies, especially the strawberry, but I digress. So, staying focused, being in the moment. And there are so many distractions, it is really difficult to stay focused and to stay on point. Not to mention the fact that there are these constant triggers that cause us to relive the past. Not to mention the fact that besides trying to navigate the day-to-day, many of us have not resolved some of the things that happened to us when we were kids. If you focus on anything else, the brain can't think of 2 things at once. And you've practiced this. Trust yourself. You got to hit your ball at the right angle. And any distractions, your mind is wandering, You take your eye off the ball, literally, for a split second, and then you don't hit the shot that you want. And so this is a lesson also about the journey, about the process, about being in the moment. So you're trying to hit a great shot, but you don't always hit a great shot. In summation so far, what are we talking about? We're talking about prioritizing yourself, being in the moment, having clarity. And you, nor that ball, can move until the white ball hits the other ball. You have the choice to get up and get moving. Now, that's the whole point of cue you. That is telling your alter ego, screw you, that sad, depressed, anxious, not wanting to get up self. Cue you, that's your cue to you to get your ass up, and then say, yeah, as if to say, yeah, confirming it and acknowledging that this is not toxic positivity, that it is just simply something to short circuit that other thing that's going on. Put it up on the shelf along with Mel's book temporarily. We can come back to it later. And then that's the split second you need, instead of doing something possibly negative, not just laying in bed, but something more possibly serious, to shifting the paradigm. And now you are up. You're making your bed. You may not do the lemon juice and celery juice, but at least you're up. And there's something profound about getting up. It may seem benign and insignificant, but I assure you, if that's you and you have a difficult time getting up every morning, I applaud you for getting up. Now, if this helps you, if it brings a smile to your face, that's the whole idea. Cue you. Yeah! Okay. I've done it 9 million times. I still can't do it without laughing. So sometimes you may feel like the cue ball. It looks like nothing. It's white. You feel like death. You feel like you don't want to live anymore. But just remember how important everything is because of that white ball. Do everything you can on a daily basis to listen to your inner voice, to be organically and authentically yourself. Work on trusting yourself. I journaled for 2 years. I went to somatic therapy for 2 years. You have to find something that resonates with you. And if it's this podcast, man, that is amazing. I'm going to try and bring on guests, but I'm going to just try and be relatable. I've seen a lot of women talk in this space, but there's not as many guys that talk about mental health and some of the things that people have had to go through. I've had 6 dads, and 2 of my dads decided to take their own life. The first one when I was 9 years old. Never been married. I know it's hard to believe, especially when my swole accentuates these good looks. Double nickels plus 2, bitch. Now, if you don't know what that means, double nickels is 5-5 and add 2. And now, as you have to navigate this table with balls everywhere after the break, that's your life. It looks chaotic as hell. There's balls everywhere. There's balls in the way of your balls. But that's life. That's the adversity that you face on a daily basis. Do you embrace adversity? Do you think in a way where you're always trying to solve something? Are you able to sit in the middle of whatever it is that's causing you to be in that place today where you're not feeling harmonious? Have you ever seen that stress chart where even marriage is at the top of the list just as much as a divorce, because stress, the body reacts to it the same way, even if it's perceived positive stress versus perceived negative stress. How well do you know yourself? Do you know how to take care of yourself when you are having that moment? And if cue you and yeah can help, great. But hopefully it's some other things that we talk about in the podcast that maybe resonate with you, that short circuit some of that stuff, that helps the light go on even brighter to drown out that darkness. And showing up is half the battle. You can't win a game if you're not willing to at least have the courage to start. Thanks for joining me today. We're all going to continue to fall down. We're all going to continue to make mistakes. But I love learning from smarter people. And I am in no way suggesting that I am smarter than any of you. But I do have a passion and a love to help others, to be a bridge and a vessel, to serve any way I can. And all I'm trying to do every day myself is to get 1% better. And if you want to join me in that journey, if you're ready, let's hit it. Shout out to Arnie Robinson, gold medalist in the 1976 Olympics. Rest in peace, my former friend, who used to inspire all of his students by saying, it's time to hit it, when it was time for abs. Remember, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You're not alone, and the world is a better place with you in it. And keep seeking that magic every day, no matter how many times it feels like you don't want to go on, because you deserve nothing less. See you next time. Much love and light to everybody. Peace. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can always dial 988 24/7 365 and someone will be there. Guys and ladies, remember to do your self-monthly breast examinations. And guys, please do your self-testicular examinations monthly as well. Shout out to Moolah Kicks. This episode is brought to you by my YouTube channel. Check it out right now, youtube.com/@MikeHootner, and my Amazon storefront. Check that out also at amazon.com/shop/The Sports Deli. Now, I may make a commission on any qualifying purchase, but it's at no extra cost to you. Much love. See you next time. And remember, you're not alone.
That's an inside-out white shirt. You're living a life.
Email me anytime at the QU Podcast at thequpodcast@gmail.com. Also, check out my link tree. It's /Mike Hootner. See you next time, everyone. Thanks for watching. Much love. Hoot out. Peace. This podcast is dedicated to all of those people that have not been able to navigate those dark places and are no longer here with us. I've had 6 dads, and 2 of them were not able to do that. I'm trying to inspire 1 million people to eat better, sleep better, drink better, work out better, and think better. I have a degree in interdisciplinary studies, which means for over 34 years I've been teaching health, exercise science, physical education, and nutrition. See you next time, everyone. Hoot out. The QU Podcast is a production of Hootie Hoot Productions and cannot be reproduced, retransmitted, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of yours truly, bitch. See you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Much love and light to you all. I believe in you. You got this. And don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise.